conquer Constantinople. لتفتحن القسطنطينية ولنعم الأمير آمرها ولنعم الجيش ذلك الجيش. That's the first hadith. That he praised the commander,
Yes.
and he praised the army which will conquer Constantinople.
It was an Orthodox capital, Constantinople.
It was the capital city of the Christian world before the Christian world split. And one part went to Rome,
Yes.
and the other part remained in Constantinople. Oh, when will this conquest of Constantinople take place? They say, because they're only schoolboys, they're not scholars, they say that this conquest prophesied by Prophet Muhammad, Allah's blessing be upon him, took place in 1453. That's the schoolboy talking. Because he ought to go back to school. He ought to go back to school. The Prophet said about the conquest of Constantinople, he said, when Jerusalem is flourishing,
Yes.
center stage, and Medina, that is Yathrib, is in forlorn desolation, then the next event to occur in the world will be the Great War. Then after the Great War, he said,
Before the Judgment Day.
this is the timeline of events before Judgment Day.
And the Great War is Malhama.
That's right. They call it Armageddon, we call it the Malhama. Now then, when Jerusalem is center stage, flourishing, as it is today, and Medina or Yathrib is in forlorn desolation, the next event to occur would be the Great War. Then after the Great War, he said, the next event would be the conquest of Constantinople.
The second conquest. From whom?
Not at all the second conquest, Ruslan. We are talking about a prophecy of Prophet Muhammad, not something connected with Tom, Dick or Harry. There's only one conquest of Constantinople prophesied by Prophet Muhammad, unless you want to go and study with a schoolboy. He said the conquest of Constantinople will take place 7 years after the Great War. Another hadith says 7 months, but this is sacred numerology, sacred numbers. Like the number 40 is never 39 plus 1 in sacred scripture. The number 40 represents a certain meaning with Allah. With Allah. So you must always understand numbers in the scriptures to have a symbolic meaning. After the conquest of Constantinople, then he said that the Dajjal, the Antichrist, will appear now in human form. So now, why would a Muslim army conquer Constantinople?
This is the most interesting
And secondly,
question.
why was the name changed? And after the name was changed to Istanbul, the Turkish government made it haram. You are not allowed to use the name Constantinople. You could end up in jail. The answer is they wanted to hide this hadith, hide this prophecy. And so we now must analyze. This is scholarship. Allah sent the Quran to people who think. But when we think, this is our answer. If your answer is different, tell us what's your answer. We say that we will conquer Constantinople so that we will be able to correct the wrong things that were done in the past.
Very cool.
Well, that's the
Yes.